Alright, there's two sides to harming somebody and then understand why you harm. For instance, is it good to murder somebody? Of course not, because it's wrong and because the person will die and suffer. Would you want the person to die and suffer? It's called sympathy and empathy. That's what causes things in life. So we know, just because if a society says or murder, rape, or killing is wrong, there's more to the answer. The answer is sympathy and empathy. Sympathy because you don't want to harm somebody or make somebody suffer, and empathy because you care for the individual and you don't want them to suffer. Now, of course, so we know, since murder and killing is wrong, but if you're in a bad circumstance, whereas somebody's trying to kill you, or somebody's trying to kill your loved one, well, if the only alternative would be if you're in a life or death struggle, survival, or defense, you would have to take a life in this case. But of course, murder and killing is wrong, as well as any other crime, because it goes back to sympathy and empathy. You don't want to hurt somebody because you have feelings and you care for the person, and you don't want them to suffer as well. And this goes from a regular normal person brain. Now, people that have brain deficiencies probably would not know that, but from a normal functioning brain, you would know that. So it's just more to the law, say like if the law was changed, it was and if the law said it was okay to kill everybody, rape everybody, do any crime, it's still wrong, because you have in your brain, you know what's right or wrong. If you have a functioning brain, because of sympathy and empathy. But not everybody has a functioning brain. Not everybody is born with a normal brain. So there's more to society and government, because the government's not always right. Laws are not always right. The society's not always right. But in your brain, if you have a functioning brain, what's right and what's wrong, because sympathy and empathy. What else can I say? Oh, another thing that people don't realize, how did the cells get so much complex over the time and developed? Believe it or not, it's because of the atmosphere of the long time ago of the universe. Atmosphere. For instance, you know how plants thrive on sunlight? Sunlight helps the plants grow and nourish. Well, the atmosphere in our time of pre-existence developed the cells, made it rapidly expand and be more intelligent over billions of years. Let's see what else. Okay, so people think that if we're all made up of chemicals and molecules in our brain, well, how does it know how to function if it's just raw randomness? Well, not quite. There's a process to it. There's a process to everything. And this could have been perhaps from ancient civilizations, that we pre-existing universes that had anything to do as far as maybe alien intelligence or gave us intelligence, or perhaps none of the above. Perhaps just the universe that throughout the process of the billions of years of molecules and elements and chemicals came together over billions of years and adapted. Instead of just, and adaptation goes through the atmosphere of the pre-existing universe, through the elements, the chemicals, the bacteria, and everything came into place, and we learned